So, no sign of Buddy for over 24 hours. He does that sometimes. This is the weather. It's kind of overcast. It's not supposed to really get rainy again until midnight tonight, around midnight tonight. But, yeah. That's the thing about stray cats, man. I mean, he's semi-stray, but he's been steady and regular with his food usually, unless events get too crazy. You know, like a new female in town, he might disappear for a while. Or, like right now, it's summer, the pool's open, so a lot of people are there making noise, and he's more of a reclusive individual kind of cat, you know. He doesn't like a lot of crowds. He's antisocial. I mean, he's got his cat friends he tolerates, but he's moody. I mean, I've seen him, he usually hangs out with Baxter, but I've seen him attack Baxter, so who knows. But anyway, usually just walking around like this, if he's hiding somewhere or just chilling out, he'll see me walking and he'll come up, but not always. Yeah. Oh well, not much I can do about that. Yeah, see that little area right there is about the only, but you got a bunch of houses here, a bunch of apartments here, more apartments there, more people. Motorcycle. A motorcycle would be perfect for me around here, but I'd have to sell my Jeep or something. I still need to get a license. And, yeah, I mean, priorities. A lot of things I should do, don't always do, but hey, one thing at a time. Yeah, see, they got a pool over there, but it's not much of a pool. It's just like a little kiddie pool. See, that's a little swing set and everything, but they've got a pool more towards the front of their office or the leasing area, and it's more like really just a kiddie pool, you know, closer to a hot tub than an actual swimming pool. And there's no fence between that place and this place. It's pretty much just pretty easy to just walk right in, and they do. And we have no lifeguard. That's for pool residents and everything else. See, there's their little leasing thing, and then right next to it, in between, you can see is just a little tiny. It's not much of a pool. And then these are houses. These are houses being built. I think they're duplexes because you can see they're 2 doors and everything. And you're never supposed to park on this side of the street. They've always had that sign up, but now when they're doing construction, they don't. Pretty soon I don't think. Maybe that'll be open, but there's no. If you notice, there's no garage. There's no driveway up here. I think that's because all their access is going to be from the back. that's where all their cars and stuff are gonna park. And eventually, all that terraced area, that'll be their front yard. Half and half. You stay on your side. And there's no fences separating the two, so I don't know if they'll put that up. But yeah. And then these are kind of like individual homes back here. So you got, there's a school across the street over there, a high school for the city, and further down there's another freeway that way. Further down that way is Highway 45, Interstate 45. And then this just dead ends back here. It's just more of these little houses and stuff. And then they loop back. And a lot of the stray cats, not necessarily are dropped off from the apartment. Sometimes they're over here. That mama cat, I haven't seen her in a while, but she always comes from over here. And so I figured out what path she uses, and it's kind of a hassle for her to get up there and beg for food with all the other cats around. So I have an alternate feeding spot for her. And I carry food with me, and I don't see her eating it, but she also is not coming up lately. So it might be working. What you do is you find a vehicle that never moves, rarely moves. If there's a wind sound, there's a little bit of breeze. I don't have the fuzzy mic thing on it, but I know how to improvise one. Oh, look at these mushrooms. Those are big. Some big mushrooms there. It's been wet enough. But yeah, see this Mustang here never moves. And I fill this up with dry food, or I leave an open can of wet cat food out there. And so I can just walk straight out of my vehicle, walk like I'm doing right now, you know, like I'm gonna do my walk. But when I go by, surreptitiously drop off some cat food. Now, I don't know if you saw a video a while back, but there was a pile of something over here by another abandoned car, and it was somebody dumped out like 4 or 5 pounds of dry cat food or dog food. The eggs are still here. Shut up, dog. But this is an alternate spot because this is still probably up to that gas line, or even up to that sidewalk. This is the property of this complex. And yeah, there's a dumpster here. People come dump stuff up. But this little brick wall right here kind of insulates people from just seeing you. And then that's those homeowners' wall there. So I don't want to throw knives and stuff into it and stuff like that, because that's their property. And these trees, they're alive even though they're something's mowing. They're alive. I don't like to throw knives into trees that are alive, but I'll do it occasionally. But look at this. It's growing. It's growing around that pipe. I threw my SRK here, and before I threw it, the first time I was just throwing, I threw in the ground and it hit a root. It goes thunk and stuck, and I went, oh, that's cool. So that's when I did the little video here. But this is a living tree. And I'm not necessarily a tree hugger, but I don't want to harm anything living if at all possible. I mean, it's like exceptions to everything, and you know, like spider's about to bite you, rattlesnake's about to strike. Yeah, I don't want to harm anything, but if it's trying to harm me, or then yeah, it's me or them. All right, now the maintenance guy's arriving. He usually walks around, cleans, you know, picks up trash, preps the pool before it opens. In an apartment complex, if you get to know the maintenance guy, it's like in a factory if you get to know the forklift driver. I was a forklift driver before. The forklift driver knows everything because he goes all throughout the factory. He knows all the gossip. I don't know everything. Look at this board here. I'm gonna take that. See, it's just particle board and laminate and everything. There's a bunch of it in here. But I just want to chop. Ooh. Beanbag. Those are always good to stab. But yeah, I just want something to chop on a little bit, you know. And this other thing, the maintenance guy said that was all stainless steel top with this, and it was glued on, but he managed to get it off. I told him, and he said that see, a lot of the stuff will wind up in the dumpster once it gets hauled off. He'll throw it in there. He said that table, which I knew, it's made in China. It's just particle board, press board, and everything. It's just cheap junk. But he finished cutting it up. I should have told him, man, you should let me know. It may take me a while, but I could chop that sucker up. I'll bring out my hatchets and tomahawks and everything else. But yeah, anyways, this is a nice spot that's rarely utilized by people that live here. Not all of this is occupied yet. But this is a good beam shot area, you know, because you've got overgrowth, then you've got cleared out area, and if you can spotlight that wall, the distance between these poles, you can kind of estimate the distance, because usually telephone poles are uniformly spaced apart, and parking spaces are like 9 or 10 feet wide, so you can kind of judge distance that way, or a laser rangefinder or something like that. But basically, from that back dumpster to here, to somewhere around here is like 100 yards. I mean, it looks further, but and to that Jeep, or to the poles across from the leasing area, from back there is about 50 yards, and that's from that dumpster, not all the way to that house or something. I don't know, approximately. Now somebody, through the magic of editing, make everything look like it works. You know, every time they throw it's perfect, and I understand that, but you know, if I miss more than I hit, I'll let you know. All right, let's try this again. One more. You just gotta know how to grip it, how it's gonna come out of your hand. I want it to hit like straight. I'm getting kind of a sideways on it, so I'm gonna have to straighten my hand up a little bit. This is OJT on the job training. Missed. Deflected off over there. See, all this just takes practice. Practice makes perfect. Ooh, there we go. That was perfect. Not quite perfect, you know. See, it's at an angle. Your biggest critic is usually going to be yourself. That wasn't good enough. You could have done better. You're not an artist. Cut your ear off. Go ahead here. See, now that's how you can get a tip bend, because it went in and it bent up a little bit. Did we get a tip bend? Oh, let's look. don't see a tip bend. It's not super hard. It's not super difficult, you know what I mean? But that's a good one right there. That hit with enough force, and it did what I wanted it to do. Yeah. Now, learning half spin throw and everything is a little harder because you got to grip it and you got to watch the blade cutting you. You got to know how far away the half rotation is and everything. And a lot of this stuff is just close. And you would say, you know, what would you use that for? Well, you know, if that was a rattlesnake, first off, I like rattlesnakes because if they've got a chance, they're going to warn you, hey, don't step on me. So you don't have to blast them, you know, unless if you don't blast them, it's going to cause them to strike you, and you just got to be close. And in this situation, I don't think I'd be throwing my knife right down here, you know. I think I'd try to step away, give me some range, and then try to stick him. Get out of striking range. My striking range is further than yours. That's what it boils down to. Who strikes first and connects? Well, with a snake, yeah, you're not necessarily going to die, but I wouldn't want to. I've picked up live rattlesnakes before. I wouldn't want to get bit by one, even with anti-venom and stuff. Same thing with black widow spider. Anything that's poisonous. I've been stung by a scorpion before, but it was not a really poisonous one. All right, one more and then we'll quit this. Oh yeah. See, it's still going sideways, but I'm holding it sideways. All right. Let's hold it this way. But it balances this way so well. See, I'm just kind of like this. All right, shut up and throw. Oh, there we go. It's a good one. Still sideways though, see? Keep practicing. One more time. See, this makes a good throwing target at least. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, enough of this nonsense. Carry your board with you and go home. First, even though it's stainless steel, this is wet grass. It's good to get most of the particulates off. There we go. Wipe the back of the spine off. I hear a meow. You hear that? I'm hearing things. I thought I heard Buddy meowing. I watched the cat go right over this, right here. Just climb right up on this and jump into that yard. So barriers to us are not barriers to cats. They make their own paths. All right, I'm gonna take my board and I'm gonna go home because it could rain. I don't think it's going to right now. It could rain. Anyway. That was a bounce test. It was a miss. Man, it's stuck far. It's stuck deep. I put my finger on the back of the spine. It guides it a little bit better. Now if you could just aim. Ooh, look at that chunk it took out. All right, one more time. Man, that sticks good. That sticks deep in the ground. But more than halfway of the blade. All right, one more. Yeah, I like the back of the spine. It helps me guide with the finger. Now if I could just get my positioning. Oh yeah, there you go.